I'm joined here by the CEO of FIDE, Grandmaster Emil Sutovsky. Hello, Emil. Congratulations on a great start to the World Championship match.
Hi, Sagar. Pity you're not here, but yes, it was exciting first day indeed.
Yeah, I mean, from the result perspective, I want to talk with you a bit about the game as well. You are such a strong player, but also you can tell us a bit about what are the emotions of FIDE as organizing this event, and how do you see this match as compared to the previous ones?
Well, it's the third match I'm in charge of, and every match has a special feeling. And of course, the most memorable is the one you are organizing at the moment, always. And said that, I can say that I'm really, really very excited. It feels like I'm doing it like for the first time. And it's a great cooperation with Singapore, and I'm very happy to see what we saw already yesterday. There were so many people who were still. I didn't see a lot of footage from the venue, around the venue, but it's just overwhelming. And many people who are not Singaporeans told me that they're just shocked to see how many Singapore chess fans there are,
Oh,
and
yes.
there were like over 500 people were yesterday in the venue. Yes, so we had basically full venues. There was no single seat to fill, and even people were standing because some were invited and not booking the tickets. And a lot of kids, a lot of people who traveled from all over Singapore. Okay, Singapore isn't such a huge country, but traveled still to get here to Sentosa. And some people, of course, were flying in, as you know. Some people, adult people like golden age, what we call people, also were present in the audiences. That made me happy. The fan zone was completely full of people, and they enjoyed themselves. They watched videos. They were playing blitz games. They analyzed. And today, actually, we'll have several special guests in fan zone. We'll have Boris Gelfand. We'll have Maurice. We'll have Alexander Kostyanyuk. So that's an opportunity for them also to engage. And all in all, there is a very strong feeling of a great chess feast, and
Mhm.
that's what's I really love to, and that makes me happy about actually feels like a proper compensation for all the efforts we put into this project.
Yeah, I was also like doing live commentary from Mumbai, and there were more than 1 million views that we got at some point. 75,000 people were watching, and it's just the first round. So clearly, people are like, we want to see this clash between Gukesh and Ding and what happens in this match.
Yeah, it's very exciting, and the first game already was. I mean, I'm not here intending to offend some fans' feeling about Ding winning or Gukesh losing. Or for me as an organizer, it's important that two players are in equal conditions, and these conditions are good. They
Right.
don't. They're not only equal, but they have to be good. So I think also the playing conditions are nice, and the broadcast. And we actually for FIDE broadcast. Sorry that I'm promoting here
Yeah, yeah.
inside
I,
your.
I think it was also very beautiful. The set of the
Yes,
commentators, like with all the
absolutely.
lighting and the books in the background, very nicely done.
Exactly. And we have a lot of guests. Today, Visha will be joining the show also, and Gelfand will be. So there was a comment somewhere that saying, okay, we would love to see somebody who actually plays the match. And today is a funny thing that we'll have both Gelfand and Visha in the studio, and the guys played the match against each other. So it
Mm.
adds a bit of, so they could be asked about how they see this whole thing. And we also prepare quite a bit of technological, let's say, improvements inside the show. You will see them today. It's not only about the Gemini thing, which you saw already yesterday, maybe from Google, but also some nice graphics and stats and so on. So we did some homework to make it more exciting. So I am excited, and I see that the interest level is huge, not only during broadcast, but in tweets after that, and all sorts of social media discussing it. It's great.
Yeah, everyone is very, very surprised with how this man is playing and the way he played yesterday. Ding, he played perhaps the best chess he's played in several days. A few pictures from the venue, very, very interesting. Gukesh did look confident, but in the end, Ding managed to outwit him quite comprehensively. Your thoughts on how this first game changes the entire dynamics of the match? As a player, not as a FIDE official, but just as a very strong grandmaster, what do you feel?
Yeah, I'm happy to comment on it as a player because most of the time I have to always comment as executive, and that's not always what is appropriate when you talk about chess. You have to. I think people misjudge how this game went.
We also
Largely.
have the board in case if you want to show any
Yeah,
moves
there
and
is a
everything.
critical moment if we run quickly to the moment when Gukesh took on d4 with a knight, which was critical. I mean, absolutely critical point juncture in the game. Okay, this all was important, of course, interesting and so on. But there was one very critical moment which very few people somehow, yeah. So here, basically, knight d4 is a big mistake. I mean, it's a natural looking move, and white is still not worse after that. But bishop d4 would preserve simply much better position for white. I think it's like 0.4, maybe that's a computer indication, but or something like that, 0.2 sometimes. But I think to play it with white, you also have much easier play with white.
Yes.
Black has very limited counterplay here. And the only counterplay is related somehow with the c3, c4, and then you don't have this knight jumps with the tempo. And white can always consider going f5, whether sacrificing a pawn or preparing it, not sacrificing it. And I think if Gukesh was to play bishop d4, let's say practically speaking, white has a tangible advantage.
Yeah.
After knight d4. Knight b2 was very strong, and I'm sure that he missed it.
This was appreciated by a lot of people that this move because it is very risky. You are misplacing the knight, trying to go in with your queen, attack this pawn. But I think Ding was assessed this position quite well.
Yes, of course he did. But after knight b2, and you would see now following queen e3, the sequence is almost forced. Now look at it. No, let's go with it slowly. He goes rook c8, he attacks the pawn. The white goes and protects rook c1. You go queen c4, you attack the pawn with a tempo. Knight b3 is the only move to protect it. He goes queen d3, once again the most...
No, here he played f5 because he wants to
Oh, yeah.
gives up
Sorry,
the
yeah.
pawn and tries to attack. And now
Yeah.
queen d3.
Queen d3, yeah, sorry. So all these moves are, let's say, when you make a natural move with a threat, is always the move which is easy to play. But the only thing which he should have been praised for at this moment is knight b2 move, because all the rest following now we will see is quite very, very forcing. Queen e1, you go bishop g5, of course you go with the tempo bishop g5. I mean, it's nothing to testify a greatness of play at this moment. But here comes very curious moment. He plays rook c4. Let's continue. Queen b1 is a strong move. H4, bishop f4, queen b1. Strong move by Gukesh. And here I'm a bit puzzled because I don't know if you heard during the press conference, Ding now enters the line where he missed white's combination and only later on found the queen d4 check.
Yes.
At least that's what he told. But if you missed it, yeah, get back, please. If you missed it, you cannot take a fe. You should have taken bishop e6. And bishop e6 was... Because if you take fe and miss queen h7, that's not a good sign. It can actually work, then sometimes things just work out. But
this line, right? Takes
yes.
and queen h7 here. And
yeah, and then,
Ding did mention later.
24, yeah.
Very nice line.
And that happens with white. It happened to me with white many times. When you are overambitious, and of course Gukesh is overambitious, he came to this match as a favorite, he is white, he is 18, everything seems rosy. So you are sort of losing the sense of danger. It happens to players with an aggressive playing style more often than not. And when your, let's say, assault suddenly doesn't quite work, which happens here, so when he discovers that this doesn't work, sort of readjusting to a new situation often is difficult task, and Gukesh didn't manage it. Even here, the position is not bad after bishop c5 and as was indicated, bishop c5, queen g4, and here either rook f3 or even queen c2 here. So it would be holdable or almost equal. I mean,
Right.
equal. I mean, complex equal. It's not equal, right?
Correct.
So, anyways, Gukesh didn't manage to readjust. He played queen c2, and I even don't know what he blundered, because queen c4 and castles. A, it is simple, and B, it's not the only way,
Right.
because you could. So I would definitely say that Ding played better than he did almost for, I don't know, many months at least.
300. I think he won a classical game after 304 days.
Yeah, but he didn't play that many, right? I mean, he played 3 tournaments. He played white. Then he won the game, so he didn't win. I think maybe in St. Louis and in Olympia.
Yes. I think also Norway chess, if I'm not mistaken.
Norwich, yes, right. So 3 tournaments he played. But that's once again too early to judge, and I think also for Gukesh's credit, it can be said that it was a loss of, the big mistake came when he didn't take on d4 with the bishop. The one after that, in particular in approaching time trouble, is very excusable, I would say.
If you were Gukesh's trainer right now, what would you say to him? Like, do you think his mindset, because he made a very nice statement saying the match only gets more exciting now.
Yes, I mean, probably I wouldn't be wording it like that, because it suggests that it could be not exciting because I would smash you without this loss, and now I would win 5-3 instead of 5-2 by the wins or something like that. But anyways, it's no tragedy nor whatsoever. You just keep playing. 14 games is such a long distance, you remember match in Astana. I mean,
Yes.
how many opportunities there were. And these two players are going to create a lot of opportunities. It's not like they were playing till the first goal or something.
Right.
It's not like Ding is a player who is willing or capable of now playing some sort of a catenaccio, as they play it in football. I mean, defensive, just kick. No, he will play normal chess, and Gukesh will have 1, 2, 3 more chances to win the game for sure. It means not much. If anything, it means that Ding would get much more self-confidence than he had before the start.
Right.
That is for sure. But otherwise, I mean, it's not that critical for the course of the match.
And before we move on to the next topic, I want to talk to you. That is the World Rapid and Blitz. I want to get your thoughts on how has it been for you and for FIDE to work with the Singapore Chess Federation. How has this been? Because I think it's the first time ever that such a big event is happening there.
Yes, no, I think they're great partners, and it has been a long journey already. By this point, we are 3 months of very close cooperation and preparation before that, like daily. And I mean, they're very ambitious, they're very energetic, they're workaholics. I mean, they're like ourselves. So sometimes it leads on sort of, you have a dispute, and that's all right. But we are happy to have such a partner who is really immersed, not just they're professionals, they're really immersed into this. And I enjoy every moment of, even if when we disagree, we have disputes, and sometimes really, I mean, the policies, they have their agenda, we have our agenda, but it's anyways very, very much of joint project. It's not FIDE project, it's not Singapore, it's a joint project of 2 teams. Each of the team is really, really dedicated, and we are also aligned in our, let's say, perception, in our vision more broadly. So I think it is not the last time where we would work with Singapore, and what I'm happy about also the level of engagement from the authorities. You saw Senior Minister himself opening the event, but also we have a sports agency looking at it every day, and we are in touch, and many VIP people coming from their side. So it's great. And last but not least, we should mention Google, of course.
Yes,
They are
Demish Hassabis was there yesterday. I mean, to have a Nobel laureate make the first move and the CEO of DeepMind, it's so amazing.
Yeah, it's great, and he also stayed there for like 20 minutes in VIP zone talking to people, and even analyzing the start of the game. He was at the
Nice.
start of the game, so it's great. And there is an atmosphere once again. It's a great something happening here, right? Not another match, not another tournament, not. It's just it's so fulfilling to lead this project, and I'm grateful for having this opportunity.
Fantastic. Well, and you don't have too much time left after the match because a huge project comes again. This time it's the World Rapid and Blitz 2024 happening in New York on Wall Street. And as we can see here, there will be $1.4 million in cash prizes. So, a very, very big event coming up.
Indeed, and it's quite difficult to navigate two projects at the same time. Of course, now the priority is a match, but we still have things in background running for New York. We have part of the team not involved in the Singaporean project to have an opportunity to be focused on New York. It's going to be something great, and we already have confirmed most of the top players' participation. We also have a very important conference there, Chess and Finance, with many key people making speeches or participating or in a round table and so on. So it's on December 29, and there will be a lot of serious talk, but also some fun part with top players like Magnus or Vishy or Fabi playing with VIPs, with financial gurus. So it's nice. One thing.
Just to clarify, Emil, sorry to cut you here. There will be the World Rapid that will happen on 26, 27, 28, and then a rest day for this conference on 29th, and 30th and 31st will be the Blitz tournament. So it's an
Exactly.
additional day than usual this year.
Yes. So it's in spite of that, I mean, many people claim, "Oh, wow, it's so expensive, people will not come." I mean, we are just overloaded with requests for getting wildcards and so on, and we won't be able even to approve half of them because so many. The level of excitement is quite high, and we can judge it by even by number of tickets sold. I mean, we are only 5 days into ticket have start of the ticket sales, and some categories already were sold out.
Yeah,
So
there are
it's
multiple ones. There is a VIP package, hospitality, and all of this. And I think some of them are quite expensive, like VIP packages and so on. But there's also the standard tickets if you want to come for one day, and it starts from 66 and so on.
look, the event is of course a big investment, but the pricing is not extraordinary for New York standards. So we just go with even lower. I mean, if you just haven't want to have an experience, just to come for one round and see for 1 hour how Magnus plays or so on, you can do so, and it's relatively inexpensive. And if you want your VIP ticket and to play with Magnus or the hospitality to be included, a lot of various things, of course, it's a different story. But I think we try to be appealing to all the categories, and we're not exactly chasing to the last dollar to convert, but obviously it reflects the market prices in New York. However, the main thing is that we also expect a large audience online. And we are still talking to various channels about broadcasting maybe the final day, because the final day this time, as I told you previously, is KO, is a top
Yes.
8 knockout stage. So this is also possible to happen. And in general, I believe this could be a very important event in terms of moving chess, trying to get chess on big screen onto networks to showcase that, okay, we came here, we came to New York, Wall Street. And for us as FIDE, it's very important to play in all the fields: East, West, US, India, Singapore, Europe, Kazakhstan, Uzbekistan. So we have not been, we have as FIDE a privilege to work with various stakeholders, be it governments, be it commercial partners, be it chess supporters or donors. So all these are coming together to ensure the best possible organization of our events, whether they're staged in Asia or in America or in Europe.
Yeah, I want to ask you, like having this tournament on Wall Street is really a huge thing for chess. Who are the people, or who are the ones who made it possible, you think? Because this is going to be huge, the event happening there, and it's one of the most iconic locations in US and in the world.
Well, it would be, I mean, shall I be truthful or modest?
I think
So,
truthful would be very cool.
well, basically, when I had this idea for a long time, because I thought if we have it there, it may be maybe not a revolutionary, but it might be some sort of a breakthrough. Maybe even not immediate or inside this event, but it will have some sort of a trigger that would afterwards maybe we'll expand our network of people who would want to work with us with chess, with seeing how exciting the event, and we have many executives from financial institutions being present there. So I felt it could give us a fair chance to expand and to have chess being played on the best stages, basically. Of course, the expensive side of it always prevented and deprived us from the opportunity to stage it there, because the budget for having it in New York, not twice, but 3 times more than your ordinary championship elsewhere. And here I have to thank Freedom Holding, who backed it for lion's share of expenses. Okay, something we invest as FIDE ourselves. And there are some other minor sponsors. I still cannot reveal during now, and it will be revealed later. But without the backing from Freedom, we couldn't have been able to announce it. But then when you have such a partner that backs you, and then you start working and gathering more and more, so it makes it feasible. And for us, it's what is important not only to show to freedoms that chess is worthy of such a support, is to show to the chess world, to the wider chess world, not to those who are, let's say, anyways would follow any event, but to the wider, those who just play chess occasionally. For example, there are hundreds of millions who play chess occasionally, and there are only, let's say, several millions who watch chess usually. So we want to reach this audience, to show how chess is exciting, how to make them follow chess, and that would in itself be an achievement, but also it would lead to networks seizing the opportunity and starting to broadcasting these games. There's always ongoing dispute about classical chess, longer time format, shorter time format. Now here's a chance. It's a shorter time format. It's New York, it's Wall Street, it's top-notch event, and we give it a chance. I mean, we want to see that if all going smooth, what would be the outcome? What would be the upside of the whole story? And to see how it works. I strongly believe that it could result in something massive, and let's see.
Right. And I think that's the main reason why this format has been tweaked, like the last day to have quarterfinals, semifinals, and finals, so that we are sure that the excitement remains till the very end. And it's not like 2 rounds before the end of the event, a champion is crowned. Is that correct?
Yes. In particular, last time it was absolutely anticlimactic when Magnus agreed a drawn move like 10 or something with Aronian, and nobody even I saw the TV, even Norwegian TV. I mean, they were not nobody understood that he's now a champion. It's I mean, the guy makes a draw, and it's not so it's good to have an action, but also it ensures that two best players are in the final, because okay, if you are a top player, you're supposed to qualify into top 8, which is 13 rounds is a long distance, so you're supposed to qualify to top 8. Of course, it's Swiss. You can lose. You can be not #1, but you should be in top 8. Let's put it honestly. If you are not in top 8, okay, so it was a bad day, so you didn't deserve. And then you play matches of 4, and it's already very interesting. You'll have 7 or 8. I would believe that all players who would qualify in top 8 will be absolutely top players, but maybe somebody will be an upset and an unexpected start. It's also great. And then they play the matches of 4, which also it's not exactly a lottery, right? It was a match of four, but I mean, best of four, and then semifinal, and then the final. And if two people who reach the finals, the objectively were best, at least then and there. Sport is about being then and there. Maybe by rating before the tournament, they were fifth seed or seventh seed. That's normal. But these 2 days, they were the best. And I think it also brings an excitement. And it's also for a larger audience, and we are aiming at a larger audience. Understanding of concept of Swiss tournament is a bit too complex, and then KO they are used to.
Right, and it's a bold decision because to make some changes in the format that has been exciting for the chess fans before is not easy. But I guess it is maybe the step in the right direction. Yes.
I'm ready to take a hit for that. I mean, I'm used to take hit for all things related to how FIDE is doing, and that's all right. But I think in general, we are no reform or no change we are doing is done just because we didn't consider something or we just wanted to change. And we always consider a multitude of factors. Sometimes things can be done perfectly, right? And FIDE runs so many projects, so many tournaments, like no any chess organization ever. And of course, sometimes you make some misjudgments, and probably there are ways to do things better. But in general, I think chess public in general appreciates what we are doing, because even if the narrative FIDE did something used to be quite strong, now we can hear it less and less, and I think the quality of our events becomes better and better.
Fantastic. And just so that everyone knows, I think Magnus Carlsen is going to play there. Also, I met Wesley so recently. He said this will be his first ever World Rapid and Blitz. So the best in the US will be there. We also have the strongest women players playing with Muzichuk, Koschenyuk, Lei Tingye, and also the Indian players are going to be fighting it out there. Maybe not so sure about Gukesh or Ding, but I think the other ones will be there.
Yeah, they didn't confirm their participation, and after such an exhausting match, probably at least one of them will not come. But we just allowed them to, basically, if they want to register after the match, they could. Technically, the registrations are over by December 1, but for them, they will make an exception. But yes, otherwise, we have Magnus, we have Fabi, we have Ali Reza, we have, I mean, MVL, a part of those who you mentioned. So, I mean, it's a great lineup. I think it will be the strongest World and Rapper ever.
Wow. Well, we
Just
are
as
all looking forward to it, and exciting times for chess fans. First to finish the match here, which looked maybe could be one-sided or so on. Everyone was discussing, but now no longer after the first day. So this is exciting, and then the next one, which will be the World Rapid and Blitz. So a very nice end to the year 2024.
Yes, this is all exciting. I just will put down a note that I never claimed it would be one-sided. I think matches is a special thing. I mean, I wouldn't exclude that Ding psychologically built it, the whole narrative that for him only matches is important. It's not like he was losing intentionally, but like focusing on this one and viewing all the rest as a painful way to come to the match with the best possible.
This is something which I cannot wrap my brain around, that okay, for like an entire year and a half or so he was not in his top shape, only to bring out his best during the match. This would be something truly unbelievable. Yeah.
We will hear from him after the match. Maybe he will smile and tell us something. I don't know. I mean, for many of us, Ding remains a bit of an enigmatic person, and I think it would be too shallow to dismiss him as just a wounded warrior without thinking what can be followed. And I mean, it's very possible that he has been preserving his powers, including mental powers. I just want to say that from day one, when we met him here, he looked much less vulnerable than he used to be in last tournaments. I mean, not during the game one, right? I mean, the press conference and everything. It was a different thing compared to previous experiences. So I think we have an exciting match. I think once again, 13 remaining games is very long distance, and chances for both players. And once again, follow us, follow the broadcasts. I think we will manage to set new record also for the followership for the World Championship match, and it's very important that through various channels, people in India, people in US, that or us the audience, as they get a chance to to follow, not only follow the games, but the commentary, the whole atmosphere. And we will also supply, at least on our official channel, but if you wish, you could share also on your channel the way how it looks from inside, the fan zone, the Google zone, all the atmosphere, because the atmosphere around it is also very important.
Yes, we have two members from our team on ground there, and I will definitely be looking forward and also to check out the FIDE broadcast to see many new developments. A huge congratulations to you, Emil and FIDE, for putting this match up, and we are looking forward to how it pans out.
Thank you, Sagar, and keep doing great job as usual.
Thank you.